Hello, awesome people. I've been doing some book reviews and I have really had to tell you about this book that I've got here, which I got when I was in the UK from Waterstones, and I read whilst I was there, then I read it again when I came back. Now, it's a really cool book, but the thing about the book is that I have people and clients around me who have depression, and me being totally honest, I couldn't get it. I couldn't comprehend the feeling behind depression. Now, I'm not saying depression doesn't exist. I do believe it exists. In fact, this book is what actually gave me a massive insight on it and changed a lot of my thoughts around depression. So I feel it's not only helped me for my clients and my friends and people around me who have got depression. I can understand it a little bit more, but the book itself opened my eyes. Now, the book itself is called Sane New World by Ruby Wax. Ruby Wax, if you don't know, she is an American living in the UK, and she's a comedian. Very, very, very funny, and battled with manic depression for a number of years, for pretty much her whole life. And she wrote the book as a form of therapy for herself, and also information based around giving information on mindfulness around with people with depression, and for anybody reading the book as well. But also she chucked in some neuroplasticity information in there as well. So there's some diagrams. So the book is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Rip-roaring funny, which is crazy considering it's about depression. But it's got some really, really good tips and exercises to do to bring yourself back to yourself, and so you don't get overwhelmed with all those thoughts. So as I said, it's not just for people with depression or people who know people with depression, it's for them as well. So there are things in here like smell a lemon, a coffee, some bread, a baby's head. Where you stick your nose is up to you. Notice every subtlety of the scent, and when your mind takes you away, notice where it's gone and come back to the smell. So there's heaps of exercises in here. The thing I really loved about it as well is it gave a lot of information in really kind of funny, easy to remember terms about the brain, and explained what each part of the brain does. For example, the prefrontal cortex is the higher part of the brain. It helps with assessing and choosing the correct social behaviour. It's the pinky up part of the brain when you have tea at the Ritz, and has other talents such as higher thinking, planning, reasoning, judging, self-regulation and impulse control. And she talks about, there's a couple of studies in there for people who had that bit of their brain missing from, an accident or birth defect, and how they got on with life. And it's fascinating, it's funny, I recommend it. It's seriously laugh out loud funny, yet the message is it gives a fantastic insight on depression, and also really helpful tips on how to handle that for yourself, a loved one, for anybody reading the book. So I just thought I'd give a quick review of that book. So enjoy. I think it's on Kindle for cheap. I'll post the link if I can find it for you. And yeah, thoroughly recommend this book. Okay guys, see ya.